Hi, I'm Heather, and this is Movie Shake YouTube channel. In this channel, I will guide you through the world of a YouTube network working in the music industry. So today we are dive into the topic that music industry is booming and maybe can afford to give artists a fair deal. So shares in the Universal Music Group search after its $40 billion flotation on September 21, suggesting many people think that the music business has a strong future. One of them, one of the company chief executive believes expansion will be driven partly by changing consumer habits and exploitations of undeveloped market in some of the world's largest countries. So, industry statistics appear to support his optimism, with total global revenues in the music industry increasing by 54% between 2014 and 2020. The upswing, after more than a decade of decline, is being driven by online streaming, which now has a healthy share, 62% of the overall revenue. Most of the revenue ends up with record label as one of the big three, along with Warner and Sony. Universal stands to reap substantial rewards from this situation. Indeed, the company double-digit growth in revenue over the last year indicate the strong financial health of the music industry. The streaming platforms themselves, though, have so far struggled to become profitable business, partly due to the expensive licensing deal they have to pay the record companies. So Spotify has made substantial losses throughout its existence. And others like Amazon and Apple use music streaming as just part of their portfolio, making it difficult to identify its precise contributions. Musicians, meanwhile, remain in most precarious positions, even while the industry they work is in booming. In the UK, 62% of musical artists earn no more than £20,000 in 2019. In the past, they were able to add what they made in streaming royalty, so it takes around 250 plays on Spotify to make $1 through live performances. But this has severely curtailed the pandemic, which has affected not only the ticket sale but also merchandise and record sale at concert venues. Out of this fertile soil of discontentment have grown musician-led campaigns like Broken Record and Keep Music Alive, whose influence in the UK led to an official government inquiry in 2020 looking into the economics of music streaming. One of the main recommendations of its recently released report is for the government to establish a mechanism for delivering equitable remunerations to musicians. This would aim to give them something like 50-50 split with record labels from royalties, as opposed to the current roughly estimated 55, 30, 15 split between label, platform, and artists, respectively. The UK competition regulator is now set to investigate the power of the companies that dominate the UK music industry and why any recommendation would relate only to the UK as the world's third largest music market after the US and Japan. It could still prove influential elsewhere. So, but big questions remain about the future direction of the music industry, sorry. Relation between record labels and the streaming platform will need to be continually scrutinized, especially when there's concerns of potential monopolies and wide variant distributions of revenue among labels, platform, and musicians will improve the artist's position. Real change can only come from increased revenue. One answer to the problem would be to reconsider how much money we are prepared to spend on accessing music. So, monthly subscription fee for some of the major streaming platforms hover around £10, which is extremely good value for access to most of the music that have ever been recorded. The price point has been maintained for more than a decade, perhaps because of the general feeling that easy access to premium models, particularly YouTube Music, has played a ceiling on the cost of subscription. But the rise in vinyl sales in recent years, alongside with the increasing popularities of streaming platforms like SoundStream and Bandcamp, which enable listeners to pay their favorite artists directly, suggests that consumers are becoming more aware of the need to support musicians. Streaming is likely to continue to dominate the music industry, but there are changes driven both by political inquiries and consumer habits, which will hopefully establish a more equitable ecosystem and allow for a fairer way of paying artists for their work. For whatever business model for music lies ahead, it cannot survive without providing fair financial backing to sustain the creativities of new musical talent. And okay, and that's it for the video today. Thanks for staying here until the end and see you in the next video. And let me know in the comment section what topic you want Music Shake to address in an upcoming video. Bye!